Here's what happened this week at City Council.
And this was a budget update, and we focused this on the financial impact related to the COVID-19 pandemic that's currently ongoing. The city manager and myself gave an update to the city council. We've really focused on what the new normal is going to look like. So we talked about some of the areas in which we may have to make service adjustments due to current suspension of service that we're seeing from the not only the governor's emergency order, but from the city and county health authority as well. And then we spent some of the presentation talking about some of the other adjustments that we're going to look at as far as non-essential services that we're providing as a community, looking at what we're doing as far as filling positions that are non-essential, putting a freeze on those. And we gave the council a list of other areas that we're recommending to implement in order to minimize as much as possible the impact that we're seeing financially due to this health epidemic. And then finally, we asked the city council to take action on setting aside some of the PAYGO money that was dedicated for streets. And we put that aside into our budget stabilization fund again as a resource that will allow us to help balance this budget as a result of the financial impact that we're seeing from the COVID-19.
So Lift Fund is a organization that both the city and county have partnered with. Lift Fund is a nonprofit organization, and they provide credit and technical assistance services to small businesses and entrepreneurs who do not have access to loans from your traditional commercial sources like banks, etc. And this is a really great opportunity for us to assist our businesses, especially those that have been impacted very significantly due to this crisis. We know that a lot of our moms and pops and a lot of those business owners that just opened their business last year will experience some significant loss, and this is a great opportunity for them to reach out and get the assistance necessary.
Where we presented the status of where we're at in the capital program. It covered all the programs. We shared with council that we started 110 projects in the pre-design design phases of our CIP. A lot of these projects are related to the public safety bond program, where we started the development of those projects. We also notified the council that we sent 23 projects out to bid as part of this last quarter. We also started 14 projects, construction on 14 projects, and we opened 19 projects to the public. So we completed 19 projects altogether. What we stated to council is that we're going to be very transparent in our analysis and bringing back recommendations to council as to which projects we may be suspending, which projects are going to move forward. Our commitment, obviously, to continue to address our strategic plan and to continue to develop projects that address our community priorities, which are streets, public safety, as well as our quality of life.
I was presenting the 5-year transformational report for the Environmental Services Department. And so what we did, we took a look 5 years back from 2015 to 2020, and we put together a presentation to the council and the public that pretty much goes over all of our accomplishments. And so it was a good opportunity for us and the public to be aware of how far we've come. Trash is a funny thing, out of sight, out of mind. As long as it's gone, when you come home from work, you're pretty happy. But there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that I think most of the public is not aware. So I think if they take the time to watch this presentation, they'll be very surprised at all of the work that goes into running this department.
As part of Goal 7, which is sustain El Paso's infrastructure network, it is made up of 3 departments: capital improvement, streets and maintenance, and mass transit. And within that, we also include the federal grant program. What we reported to council is the various accomplishments that we've had in our capital program, to include completed projects and amounts spent. We also reported some of the accomplishments the streets and maintenance department has completed, such as the resurfacing of roadways as part of our programs. In addition to that, we also reported the integration of the 2 Brio routes, the Dyer and the Alameda Brio, are now incorporated and operational, which meant that we could really do a thorough analysis as to which routes we could consolidate and reconfigure so that we have a very efficient and effective mass transit system moving forward.
So this week during council, what we discussed was the communication efforts being done from the Joint Information Center that is talking about the COVID-19 efforts being shared through social media, through the website, through the traditional media, and various numbers of communication efforts such as the emergency alert systems and overall efforts that are being made to share with the community. So what this means for the community is that on our website, epstrong.org, or on our social media platforms for the city, you can learn about how you can prevent spreading the virus or contracting the virus, and how you are able to learn more about what the city is doing to protect the community.